YouTube and Guggenheim. They may not be two words that pop into your head at the exact same time, but they're really about a lot of the same things.
All eyes are shifting right now to the digital realm to see what that will bring us for the future.
YouTube Play. It's the first biennial
Of creative video.
You don't need particular means or education or a background or budget. Everybody can play.
It was really such an amazing overview of stuff.
YouTube Play is like a big canvas.
Good evening and welcome to YouTube Play. I'm Michael Showalter and I am honored to be your host tonight. Now for those of you that are wondering who I am, trust me, I'm really, really famous. The YouTube video I made of me cooking dinner for my girlfriend got over 435 views. 380 of which were me checking to see how many views I had. The videos you're gonna see tonight are, in a word, exceptional. And recognizing artistic excellence on YouTube is exactly why we are all here tonight. YouTube Play began with an ambitious proposition. Give any video maker almost anywhere in the world the opportunity to have their work displayed here at the world-renowned Guggenheim Museum in New York City. And the response was beyond all expectations. Over 23,000 entries from 91 different countries, even Canada. Then, of course, somebody had to watch the videos. It nearly killed the Guggenheim's amazing curatorial team, but they watched every single submission. Unbelievable. And they came up with a short list of 125 videos. Those videos went to an international jury from the worlds of art, design, film, entertainment, and their goal was to find the top 20. There was so much amazing work that they ended up with 25. And tonight, for the first time, we will unveil those 25 videos and introduce you to the artists behind them. They're all here tonight from, yeah, let's hear it for them. They're here tonight from every corner of the globe. Ladies and gentlemen, the YouTube Play video artists of 2010. Let's hear it for them. Amazing. Now, who exactly was on the YouTube Play jury and what were they looking for? Well, let's meet them and find out.
It's a real honor to be one of the jurors for the first biennial.
I just thought it was a great idea for a collaboration between the Guggenheim and YouTube.
Hi, this is Takashi Murakami. みんなに伝える媒体として YouTube があるので。
It's a very, very diverse and very interesting group of judges. So it's great to be just part of that group.
I I think the Guggenheim is and has always been sort of a more off to the side museum, which makes it, I think, a little more daring.
We're looking at a field that hasn't been around that long, so there should be a good number of fundamental discussions.
When you realize that you make film for YouTube, you know that your audience is not only your friends, but people all over the world.
Video. It's an emerging art form in the sense that it's only 50 years old, and there'll be someone who revolutionizes the whole practice. I mean, it would be great if we found him for this, right?
So as you can see, YouTube Play is not just about what's new, it's really about what's next. The videos are picked, everybody's here, so let's get started. First up is a fascinating story from Sao Paulo, Brazil, about an artist who finds music in the patterns of everyday life.
I always think, wow, my father is going to be proud of me. He always was my teacher. He was a tutor. He was the guy that took me by the hand and teach me how to draw, to look at things in another way. It was a preparation for an artist's life. And so I grew up in this vibe of not being afraid of trying, not being afraid of fail. I mean, I always dreamed about having a famous band. I never was successful with music. I never had pure music in my life. I'm very excited about rhythm. I'm always trying to put things in a beat, to synchronize things. For me, music always came together with images. Birds on the Wires was such a spontaneous thing. One day in the morning, I was looking at a newspaper and then I saw this photograph of birds on 5 electric wires. And then I cut this and decided to go to the piano and see what music could come out of it. It was a very beautiful, small composition, a sweet music, a sweet melody.
Thousands of people must have seen the same thing that I did. I guess people don't pay much attention to their own thoughts and their own insights. And I think that's the big lesson that I've learned. Don't give up on your inspiration or your little ideas, your insights, because there could be some gem in there.
Performing the score to his video, Birds on the Wires, here is artist Jarbis Agnelli with musicians from the Juilliard School and the YouTube Symphony Orchestra. Tonight's event is streaming live to all corners of the world. That was fantastic. That was amazing. Many more amazing things tonight. Streaming live to all corners of the world, including Brazil, where Jarbas is from. So hello, everyone out there on YouTube. Welcome to the Guggenheim. The only reason we're here tonight is because you create, upload, and share your incredible work. Case in point, our next artists. They come from 5 different countries and take on animation in completely different ways. Hand-drawn, stop motion, 8-bit pixel. It's all here under the eye of juror Stefan Sagmeister.
My name is Stefan Sagmeister. I am a designer who works in New York.
But being part of this YouTube and Guggenheim jury was definitely a very satisfying experience. It's just amazing for me to see the quality of the animation that we've seen in the final selection. In Lady Bird's Requiem, I just couldn't believe the beauty. I think it just impresses with this pure, unchanged gorgeousness of it. Just a really gorgeous piece of design. Here Untitled was just this unbelievably funny relationship story with a just beautiful narrative and some smart choices, you know, the digital voices, the color scheme. You sort of think it wouldn't work, but it really did.
I missed you.
I told you not to come see me at work.
But I...
Just stay sick. Sorry about that.
Strindberg and Helium at the Beach was a very original way to tell a story, coming very much out of left field.
Oh, Helium. What a dismal vacation.
Probably out of all of the pieces that I viewed, Lewis had the most sophisticated production values, really well art-directed, sort of eerie poetry piece where the 3D live action pieces worked brilliantly together with the animation, how they affected each other, how the voiceover affected what's happening in the animation. Just overall beautifully produced.
O el pato moviéndose solo, o pisadas chicas como de ratón y animales en celo que hacen ruido como de guagua.
Ladies and gentlemen, from Japan, Akino Kondo. From Germany, Kristen Bach. From Korea and the US, Eun-ha Beck, Aaron Perkins, and James Bewley. And from Chile, Joaquin Cocina, Cristobal Leon, and Niles Atala. Our next artist, Keith Ludit, hails from Australia and is being honored tonight for his video, Bathtub Number 4. It's set to a haunting score by fellow Australian Megan Washington, and she's here tonight to perform live in the Rotunda. But first, here is Keith Ludit at work. Did I get that right? Yeah, nice. Got it all right. Megan, right?
Yeah, well, my name's Keith Ludit, and I'm an Australian photographer and filmmaker. I mean, the technique that I developed really builds upon Matilche photography, which miniaturises subjects. As I travel the world, what I hope to do is tell a very sort of uplifting story of people working together for a better future. I think the technique of miniaturisation has a lot of resonance at the moment, especially with resource shortages and overpopulation. The world is starting to feel smaller and smaller, but it's not my intent with this work to at all paint a gloomy picture of any kind. The technique's very endearing. People love looking at the world like toys. Okay, now I've got to try and find a clear view of the helicopter. The illusion of miniaturization in film, for me, is really supported by two fundamental principles, and one is selective focus, and the other is the remapping of time through time-lapse photography. What will usually happen here is I'll start walking down the hill after 2 hours of waiting, and that's when the helicopter will take off. It's going just about right. Did you see something that you liked? Was it a truck? Well, my wife and daughter are here with me almost all the time. They have a great time here. And I think that the benefit of me travelling with the family, apart from being close to them, is that I can stay away for longer. It's just such a grandness, it's almost hard to believe that it's real. A lot of us start to take how beautiful the world is for granted, and it's really designed to be transformative. And to photograph places that are familiar to people, but to show it to them as if they're looking at the scene for the first time. Shoot.
Take me out, take me home, take me anywhere. I walked 100 miles so I could give a dog a bone. I'm alright, I don't mind. I'm just running into something bigger than the something that I left behind. Oh my darling, oh my darling, oh my darling, Clementine. Turn the water, turn the water, turn the water into holy water. From your mother said to tell you she'll be coming round the mountain when she comes. She will be coming round the mountain when she comes. Oh my darling, oh my darling, oh my darling, Clementine. Turn the water, turn the water, turn the water into holy water. Oh my darling, oh my darling, oh my darling, Clementine. Turn the water, turn the water, turn the water into a little bit more time. Take me out, take me home, take me anywhere. I walked 100 miles so I could hear them play your song on the radio. So I could hear them play your song on the radio. So I could hear them play your song on the radio.
Ladies and gentlemen, Megan Washington, that was amazing. Wonderful. And the man behind the film, Keith Ludet. That was fantastic, an amazing collaboration. Now you guys, actually, you're both from Australia, but you've never met before. Is that true?
It's the first time. Yeah.
So how does that feel to finally be meeting your collaborator, you guys?
I finally feel whole again. It's good.
I bet. And how important is it for you to have musical score in the work that you do?
Well, the music you want is not often the music you get, and in this case I was fortunate enough to get a fantastic track, so thank you, Megan.
You guys are great. Congratulations. There they are. All right, our next 4 artists are all about experimentation. They've each repurposed, remixed, and reimagined existing material to create provocative new works. Here is YouTube Play jury member Marilyn Minter to explain.
Hi, I'm Marilyn Minter. I'm a painter, photographer, and I make videos. It's my pleasure to introduce 4 videos. This is Moonwalk, and what I like about it is it's delightful in its simplicity. And it references the whole history and tradition of process art. And a poetic moment was created with sound and infinite imagery. This is called Auspice, and it's a mashup of all the anchors on the news. It shows the distortion, which is a reflection of the times we live in. I think that the most powerful art made today is art that reflects the time I live in. And this is a perfect example of that. It matches up video games with real life death. And it's not easy to look at.
Cabo, good kill. I see lots of little pieces down there. Hot damn!
Location of bodies, Mike Bravo, 54588617.
Yeah, good kill. This is gonna be one hell of a highlight reel. I heard that.
Wonderland Mafia, that's a great video. It really just shows that we're watching 2 different movies here, and both of them are really interesting, but together they are genius.
You gotta be ready to spin a ghetto bitch. I'm laid back smoking with a devilish grin. Player,
Smoking on the draw, you can't act like you don't know.
Ladies and gentlemen, the remix masters behind those works. Martin Cahote for Moonwalk. Bryce Kretschmann for Auspice. Josh Bricker for Post-Newtonianism. And Lindsay Scoggins for Wonderland Mafia. Now you may be wondering, what do these artists get for being selected for our top 25? It's a good question. All their work will be on display in the YouTube Play digital gallery at the Guggenheim in New York. And this is a really cool space. We'll take a closer look at it later. The videos will also be shown at the Guggenheim Museums in Berlin, Germany, Bilbao, Spain, and Venice, Italy. And they'll all be viewable at youtube.com/play until the next biennial. One of the videos you'll be able to see here is I Met the Walrus. This one has very special significance because right now it involves John Lennon, who would have turned 70 this month. It's a true story turned into a tour de force of animation.
I was a Beatle fan like millions of other kids around the world. And John Lennon was spotted at the Toronto airport. And at 7 in the morning, I went to the top of this hotel, knocked on every door until I found him. I just sort of burst in and sat down where there was a tripod right here. And I looked up, and sitting on that couch were John Lennon and Yoko Ono. I said, John, can I do an interview about peace and take it to kids in my school? And he says, yeah, great, ask away. And I did. And that's when I realized that my life was going to change. I mean, I was a sensitive kid, I was a loner, but I was touched by the Beatles, and it had a magical influence. I spent decades being a lawyer, and I did not like the world. I felt that the promise that I always felt about myself as a young kid beating John Lennon and doing all those things was a joke on me, that I wasn't really anything special. I took an overdose of pills. I mean, to put my kids through that was just horrible. It was a horrible thing to do. In that swirl of despair and self-hatred came this idea just to do something artistic with my experience, with my life and what I had, the tape. I wanted some artists to put their own perspective on the story that changed my life. Josh was the animator and director and had a very strong vision of where it was going to go. You know, the words are so simple and yet profound, and the team allowed them to breathe.
Ask him to show you one revolution that turned out to be what he promised militantly. That's take Russia, France, anywhere they're at it. What they do is they smash the place down.
I'll continue to be a lawyer, but by far the most important pursuit is the creative element. This guy who I am and was, who became a lawyer, ultimately shook off the shackles of accepted behavior and made a different reality for myself.
Here to perform John Lennon's Mind Games is an artist from YouTube Plays Shortlist, Tommy Wallach.
Pushing the barriers, planting seeds, playing the mind gorilla, chanting the mantra, peace on earth. We've been playing those mind games forever. Some kind of druid do, lifting the veil, doing the mind gorilla. Some call it magic, the search for the grail. When love is the answer, and you know that for sure. Love is a flower. You gotta let it grow. So keep on playing those mind games together. Faith in the future. Out of the now, you just can't beat on those mind gorillas. Absolute elsewhere, the stones in your mind. Keep playing those mind games forever, projecting our images in space and in time. When yes is the answer, that you know for sure. Yes is surrender. You gotta let it go.
imagine all the people living for today.
Tommy Wallach. Tommy Wallach. And now please give a hand to the entire creative team behind I Met the Walrus. Jerry Levitan, Josh Raskin, James Braithwaite, and Alex Carina. In keeping with the strong showing of animated videos like I Met the Walrus, here is jury member Stefan Sagmeister with 3 more unique animated works.
Being part of this YouTube and Guggenheim jury was definitely a very satisfying experience. The animations that we've seen in the final selection are not only unbelievably diverse in their techniques and production methods, but also content-wise, and all of them are just unbelievably labor-intensive. What probably impressed me most was the combination of Madame Tussauds wax figures and probably Cindy Sherman, and there's some other influences, just a very eerie, beautiful way to ensure a relationship. I've seen many pieces that deal with that tension between digital arts and hand-drawn elements. Such a sweet piece that just has a much more humanistic, handmade point of view to the digital arts. This Aborted Earth was clearly inspired by the animation that was part of Monty Python. It just creates these beautiful textures. They came up with some beautiful ideas.
Who are you again?
I am the Fist of God.
For Deuce, Monica Cook. For Notebook, Eveline Lubeck. And for This Aborted Earth, Michael Banowitz and Noah Sodano. Our next honored video comes from Luke White and Remy Weeks from the UK. There's Remy up there, give him a hand. Hello Remy, how are you? Thanks for coming. Their video, Seaweed, uses movement and fluidity in surprising ways. So right now, we're going to watch their video. And after that, we'll see some original movement by the cast of the LXD. First, here's Seaweed by Remy Weeks and Luke White. Let's hear it for LXD. I am standing here right now with Nick Burtke, also known as Pogo, who is huge on YouTube and is being honored tonight for his video, Garden. Congratulations, Pogo, or should I call you Nick?
Pogo's good. Nick sounds kind of boring.
Okay, Pogo. Now, you often take existing movie footage and do amazing musical remixes, but for this video, you did something inspirational closer to home. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, sure. Look, most people will recognize me through my YouTube channel and my website, pogomix.net. And this is where I've been having a lot of success remixing all of my favorite films and actually getting a bit of work through Disney Pixar as a result, which has been great. What I've done here tonight actually is make something very special called Garden, which is my first remix of The Real World. And so I thought, where better to start than in my own backyard?
Absolutely. It's an amazing video. So let's take a look. Here is Garden from Pogo.
I remember cause last and tinted club. In early when I remember cause last and it's just our and could and our and could and in early when I remember cause last and tinted club. In early when I remember cause last and it's just our and could and could and early when I remember cause last and tinted club. Early when I remember cause last and it's just and could and could and Yeah. Awesome. Next, we have 5 videos you just have to see to believe. We're hitting you with spaced out science fiction, South African hip hop, artful storytelling, a psychological soundscape, and slow motion food. Take a look with YouTube Play juror and masked man Douglas Gordon.
Hello. Hi, this is Douglas Gordon. I'm out from behind the mask because I'm a judge and I have to be honest because I can't hide behind the mask anymore. I actually watched most of the videos at about 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning when I should have been asleep. But I think that's okay. This fantastic video, Birdie Nam Nam, Parachute Ending by Steve Scott and Will Sweeney. Watching my kids watching this video was kind of fantastic. The music's fantastic, the colors are amazing. I don't know what is going on in their heads, but it works somehow. Sean Mettlerkamp's Die Antwoord. What can I say? Great underpants, a fantastic haircut, beautiful tattoos.
Into my digital zone, the side of phone on my phone. I'm scoping, third eye strobing, mind open, sweat streaming, flesh gleaming, best feeling, high energy speaking, deep meanings, freak when I see things. Like this chick in a G-string. Can I touch you, friend?
The Huber Experiments by Matthew and Eric Huber. What I loved was the hypnotic effect of the slow motion. You know, I don't think I've ever seen a chicken look like that, and the next time I eat one, it'll be done with a completely different sense of digestion. I thought it was incredibly beautifully made. It reminded me of something that was part of my art education, and I think that's good enough for me.
Voilà ce qu'est intimidé. Une personne dont la plus grande crainte est le regard de l'autre et qui imagine que ses moindres faits et gestes sont observés en permanence.
Vous pouvez voir juste derrière moi un timide en train de marcher. Cet événement suscite l'attention des spectateurs du monde entier. Est-il bien habillé? Va-t-il trébucher? Autant de questions auxquelles nous tenterons de répondre au cours de cette journée.
Synesthesia, I watched it about, I don't know, half a dozen times or more, because I kept getting lost in this kind of beautiful idea that an object can be substituted for another one without you even realizing it. Because the whole thing is about an exchange of object and time.
Object. Music.
Here are the filmmakers, Steve Scott and Will Sweeney, Sean Mettlerkamp, Eric Huber and Matthew Huber, Pierre-Axel Villaume-Prezot and Terry Timely, AKA Corey Creasy and Ian Kibbe. Let's let them hear it. Next, a moving real-life story from Belfast, Ireland, through the eyes of video artist Lisa Byrne.
My name is Lisa Byrne, and I'm from a small rural village about 25 miles south of Belfast. Through my childhood growing up in Northern Ireland has affected how I make artwork. A huge part of the motivation to make the work was actually to represent my friends that were murdered during the Troubles. They were mere teenagers, and I wanted to give them a voice. My dad taught me to drive when I was probably about 11 or 12. From 97 to 2007, I drove a cab part-time to earn money to make art. There's a kind of openness and freeness that I liked about the taxi, the interaction with other people. Taxi 3 retells the stories of taxi drivers who were subject to paramilitary attack. So my sister used to live right here. There was a taxi driver who was shot in his cab. You can imagine just in the middle of the night hearing this bang, 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 and being used to that kind of thing as well. My work really is about, well, how people respond and deal with Troubles, really.
Well, you see, they said there was, they knew who I was and had my name and address and all, and they said they would follow me, you know.
He was still holding my neck firmly with my head against the window.
And I lost my hair within 3 days, just coming out in handfuls.
You want to help these guys to expose their emotions or letting these things reveal, and there's a sort of tenderness that goes about allowing someone to reveal things. They feel a sense of release or a sense of relief or a sense that someone has just listened to them, and I think that's the most important thing, is that being listened to.
He says, "Me, you've been hit." I says, "I haven't. I just hurt my arm." He says, "I haven't," and there was 2 holes in my back, so it was.
I shoved this thing under the back of the seat and I could feel it on my back.
Walking through the curtains and I'm going to bed. I couldn't stay for a long time.
A lot of people have just been forgotten about, and they're still victims, you know.
Ladies and gentlemen, Lisa Byrne. One genre we saw a lot of in the YouTube Play submissions was the mashup, taking existing material and collaging it into something new. A current master of that genre is a musician, producer, and video artist named Cootie Man. Yes, his videos get millions of views on YouTube. He created an online music video project called Through You, which Time magazine named one of the 50 best inventions of 2009, and his work was recognized on our shortlist. Tonight we're gonna see and hear one of his video creations performed live with strings, YouTube video, and a pocket camera. Here is Cootie Man's version of Hungarian Dance No. 5 by Johannes Brahms. Here is the man behind the mix, Cootie Man. I'm now in the YouTube Play Digital Gallery here at the Guggenheim. This is the official home of the YouTube Play presentation, and if you're in New York in the next few days, you have to come check it out. It is amazing. And you can watch videos, learn more about the artist. It's a total interactive experience. In fact, in this space, and this is rare, you are highly encouraged to touch the art. And of course, you can see all the videos at youtube.com/play anytime you want. This is Evelyn Lubeck, and you saw her notebook video earlier. How are you?
I'm great.
So this is your first time in America, right?
Yeah, it's the very first time, and it's so overwhelming, all of this, so yeah.
How does it feel to have your video playing at the Guggenheim? Which one is yours?
It's, yeah, I don't have any words for it. It's just crazy.
It is crazy, all of it. Our next artist didn't have to travel too far. Thank you, by the way, and congratulations. Congratulations, awesome. Our next artist didn't have to travel far. She lives in New York, but her video came from all over the world.
I've always been fascinated with the streets of New York. They're different every single day. So most of the time I get my ideas walking on the street. Man with a Movie Camera was one of my favorite films. I thought, okay, I'm going to go to Bulgaria and I'm going to reshoot the film shot by shot. And when I got back to New York, I thought, wow, this is truly boring. There must be other ways to think about it. It led me to think that if I could crowdsource this idea of what a remake could be, that would be more interesting than doing it myself. So whether I like it or not, I opened it up to the world. I would never upload anything myself, and I wouldn't get rid of anything. I put the call out there, and the first upload I get is an image of a bare-chested guy dancing away like this. Left-hand side of the screen, there's continuity. On the right, the continuity, it's like a collision course of one-night stands, right? It's all people from all over the world, so you've got Bangkok next to Beirut. None of that really looks like it goes together, and it makes you think that there has to be another way to look at it.
Here is Perry Bard. Our next artist powers her work with music, projections, and her own personal energy. This is Jillian Mayer.
I have a lot of nervous energy. I think that I'm a multidisciplinary artist because of that. And I've heard negative things about performance are like, oh, you're not good at anything, you're a performance artist. And maybe that's true, but maybe it's not true and you're good at so many things and you just have to show them all off.
I do aerial acrobatics, and I really like the feeling of being stuck in between the wraps and just floating and falling. Those are my two favorite feelings.
I always think if I didn't have some super intense hobby that drained my energy, my work might be more chaotic.
In scenic jogging, I play a girl that is chasing to catch something that's virtually unattainable.
I think that I discovered performance art pretty late, so I was pretty shocked when people wanted to start including me into gallery shows. It's a way that I can express some of my ideas or concepts Does everyone want to hear them? No. Does everyone think my work is good? No. But I know that if I work hard and do the right things and make work that people like, there is a spot for me.
Yes, there is a spot here. Please join me in congratulating Jillian Mayer. Congratulations. All right. Mike Relm has been spinning up there on the balcony all night, and it's time to let him stretch out a bit. There he is, right next to me. He's a DJ, turntablist, and VJ from San Francisco whose video Zoetrope was honored on our shortlist. Give it up for Mike Relm.
If you feel it in the soles of your feet, come on, come on. Drop the beat. Drop the beat. Drop the beat. Come on. Drop the beat. Come on. Drop the beat. Press rewind if I haven't blown your mind.
Our final video of the night gets in the last word, actually words, and it comes to us from a land far away called Brooklyn.
One of the best things about working with 3 people is that 3 experiences is more potent than one.
We can create so much more.
Less talking that you have to do, and a lot less talking means a lot less figuring out what you're going to have to say.
We need to feel true, to feel good, to have fun, to create work that matters. It's really interesting, yeah, to think about it. Love and compassion with those guys.
Okay.
What are you getting?
Shower, old man toothbrush. We need your teeth.
Oh yeah. Old man toothbrush. Okay, regular.
We met at Emerson College. It was after graduating that we started working with our arts together.
We go into projects with questions. It needs to be in our head. It's a question, what is this?
Key thing is we rarely have a plan. So we go to a subject or a space and we capture information and then we assemble it. In a way, we sort of just let it move us to make it.
Words took about 6 weeks to do. We had this idea we were chasing.
What if we made a dictionary and a thesaurus into a word puzzle film?
It's a whole new type of movie. I'd never seen something where you have to learn the rules to understand it. So it works like a game in that way.
Now? Now?
Here, Mr. Backer's coming off the corner here, at the end is pension.
Play ball! Break it up, man. I can't hear you.
gonna run away.
Plane 022, maintain approach. You're clear for runway 27.
That is not gonna fly.
I've fallen, and
Light as a feather, come on. Light as a feather. Light.
Let there be light!
Let's hear it for the boys from Brooklyn. Every Nun, Daniel Mercadante, Will Hoffman, and Julius Metwire. Now, while we've all been in here, another show has been happening right outside on Fifth Avenue. We keep talking about how YouTube is a new platform for creativity, but look what happens when you use the Guggenheim Museum's architecture as a catalyst for form. We're using 3D video mapping to turn the outside of this iconic building into a giant canvas for our YouTube Play finalists. It's truly spectacular. Let's watch for a bit. To close the show, we have a Grammy-winning music group who were among the first to really utilize YouTube as a creative platform. Their treadmill video for Here It Goes Again racked up over 50 million views, and their Rube Goldberg-style video for This Too Shall Pass was honored on our short list. Here to perform their latest song, White Knuckles, as well as This Too Shall Pass, here is OK Go!
never get the paw prints out of the hen house now, and you can't go back same way you came. Round all the pieces up, but they just don't fit the same. White knuckles. Oh, maybe it's not so bad. So let your hair down now, white knuckles. Oh, maybe it's not so bad. Oh, go ahead and let it down, just let it all out. Let it bleed. Did you get what you want? Did you get what you need? And behind the lines, behind the wall, tell me, was the bed you made really that bad after all? White knuckles. Oh, maybe it's not so bad. So let your hair down now, white knuckles. Oh, maybe it's not so bad. Oh, go ahead, let it down. Not just how far is far enough. Everybody needs to sleep at night. Everybody needs a crutch, but couldn't good be good enough? 'Cause nothing ever doesn't change, but nothing changes much. White knuckles. Oh, maybe it's not so bad. Let your hair down now, white knuckles. Oh, maybe it's not so bad. Oh, go ahead, let it down, white knuckles. Oh, maybe it's not so bad. So let your hair down now, white knuckles. Maybe it's not so bad. Oh, go ahead and let it down. Got it?
Hey, hey. Okay. Thank you. Thanks.
the morning comes, when the morning comes, when the morning comes, when the morning comes. Let it go, this too shall pass. Let it go, this too shall pass. Can't let me get down, can't let me get down. Let's hear it for OK Go! And let's hear it for the Glockenspielers! And for the Glockenspiel itself. That's it for the first ever YouTube play. Congratulations to all of the artists in the top 25. And remember, you can see their work here at the Guggenheim Museum in New York, also in the Guggenheims in Berlin, Bilbao, and Venice. And of course, all these videos, as well as the shortlisted 125, will be up at youtube.com/play. Thank you to YouTube. Thank you to HP and Intel. And thank you to the Guggenheim Museum for this incredible, incredible event. I am Michael Showalter, and it was my extreme pleasure to be with you tonight. I'm already looking forward to what we will see in the next biennial. Good night, the world!
Like that, and the next time I